We talked about what the Knicks need in terms of what they should add moving forward. You and I both thought that they should add a 5. We threw out some candidates. We mentioned Brook Lopez. Now Brook Lopez was getting DNPs. Now he's on a heater and is like like the complete invaluable player on the Clippers. That's like allowing them to have a bit of a resurgence. So that doesn't seem very likely at this point. So do you still think the Knicks need a 5, or given what we've talked about the, the perimeter penetration, point of attack defense being their biggest issue and has been their biggest issue basically all season long, do you feel like they still need a 5 to kind of as insurance for Mitchell Robinson? Or do you think, or have you moved to feel more like they need somebody to continue to contain on the perimeter to help Deuce McBride out? Obviously, he's not going to play 48 minutes. And it's a lot of pressure to have on one player to be like your only player who can navigate screens and contain on the perimeter.
So I kind of want to filibuster the question a little bit, just because I do think that there are wings or guards they could obtain where I would just be like, oh yeah, if you can get that guy for that, you have to do that, So without knowing who the real potential options are, like, of course, I would love it if they could get Keon Ellis. Like, that'd be awesome. And it doesn't seem like the Kings value him super high, so maybe you go get him. With that being said, I see a world where, and not just I see a world, I think it's a very, very realistic outcome where the Knicks win a championship without getting another wing. This is their core, and Mitchell Robinson's healthy. I think they can legitimately win a championship. That's how high I am on this version of this team healthy. But I don't see that happening if Mitchell Robinson can't play the playoffs and he misses significant time. So by not getting a third center that you trust, you're basically taking the range of outcomes and collapsing it onto, can Mitchell Robinson stay healthy for an entire playoff run, in my opinion, because I don't think they can win a championship without a third center and without Mitchell Robinson. I just don't think that you can ask Karl-Anthony Towns to play 40-ish minutes a night without any sort of reasonable backup option. And I apologize to, the Huck Porty Hive and Trey Jameson and Yabusele, who people were excited about before the season. He made a couple threes tonight. I don't think that any of those guys this season are going to be giving them meaningful center minutes. Hope they prove me wrong. Hope, Knicks fans clip this and, oh, look at this idiot. He thought that Trey Jameson couldn't play in the playoffs. But I think they need a higher level third center behind Mitchell Robinson, because let's say they got Brook Lopez who's been playing the last 5 games. To me, that championship window, if Mitchell Robinson gets hurt, stays open if you have Towns playing 36, 38, 40 minutes in a game, and then you have Brook Lopez sharing the court with Towns a couple minutes and playing 8 to 10 minutes. I think that you can still contend if you get a guy as insurance for Mitchell Robinson, even with the Deuce McBride being by far and probably the only real threat at the point of attack defensively. Whereas on the other hand, you get a second guy at the point of attack who realistically, Josh Hart, Deuce McBride, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Jalen Brunson, they're eating a ton of the playoff minutes already at 1 through 3, 1 through 4. If Mitchell Robinson gets hurt, I don't think the improvement at the point of attack is going to make up for not having another option at center.
Yeah, I think that reasoning is sound, and I generally agree with you. So I think I'm still on the page of you need to go out and get a 5. 5 is like the priority, and agree with you on the caveats of like, well, if you can get this guy or that guy, then, that would change the math a little bit. But just all things equal, I'm on the same page as you still, but this has just been such a glaring issue. And I think that it's been further exposed with the absence of Deuce McBride.